Smoking hot, I do confess she's on fire. Rosalie is on fire. Oh, Rosalie is on fire. Drops a coin in the jukebox, throws me a glance. When money comes on, it's time to dance. She's on fire. Rosalie is on fire. Oh, Rosalie is on fire. She lives in a shack by the riverside. That's where we wake up with the morning tide. On fire. Rosalie is on fire. Oh, Rosalie is on fire. Oh, Rosalie is on fire. Oh, Rosalie is on fire.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Learn Crypto, presented by Wyckoff SMI. My name is Nick Hellman, and Todd, the Todd Father, is over there making some last-second trades for some PCG clients. Whenever he gets over here, we'll get the show on the road. Till then, I'll throw out some wrenches to keep the chat clean, on point, and making some money. What's going on, 406 Crypto? If you want a wrench, say wrench me. I'll try to keep up with everybody. Money Mondays, that's right, Bitcoin Bandit.
What's up, Clint? We're going to be here wrenching all day. That's all we're going to get done.
What's going on, Miguel?
Guess I should have been ready to give some wrenches. We can't give no baseball bats or nothing.
Ready to get the show on the road?
What's up, Nelson? Yeah.
Let's get this thing started.
Let's do our thing, guys.
With a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What's going on, guys?
Welcome to the crypto. We're trading every day. Listen to the Todd Father and everything Nick says. You gotta know what you see. Don't be a Gary. If you want that pork master, here's the place to be. At Learn Crypto. Welcome to Learn Crypto. We'll make you rich. We're gonna ride that pump.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Learn Crypto. If it's your first time here, we've got Nick, the Hitman Hellman.
Nice to meet you guys.
Second across the way. We've been trying to get back in business. Already had lots of things to do, but I think we're gradually getting there. We're going to have, I'm sure, a few little quirks, a few little problems. But we're going to be back in business here. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Appreciate it. As you know, the new format, we're probably going to do a little bit, definitely more fundamental analysis on probably some of the little medium to smaller cap coins by Nick. And then I'm going to go over the charts with them. And then still, guys, the software's done. My guy's trying to get it now to work flawlessly with the Learn Crypto website. And as you know, I sent out, we got like 872 students. So I sent out friend invites to everybody, and that's to get you into the groups. So we're going to have a group on the Learn Crypto where even today, Vic asked a pretty good question about, prices going up and volume is decreasing, what that means. I went in and gave Wyckoff answers to that, so I think it's a good little paragraph we added. And so that's where we're going to drop a lot of Wyckoff knowledge. There's going to be a group for PCG clients. I think I'm going to try to, we're going to try to drop some information in there for PCG clients, and then we're going to have a software group where hopefully we can kind of share ideas. And then we got a group on fundamental analysis where Nick's going to be dropping in information. So we're just hoping to kind of do a little more full service here. So welcome, Nick.
Yep, should be good. And I think to start off, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Zclassic. We had a couple people asking questions about it. I know we have some PCG clients that have been holding Zclassic here for a little while or have large positions in it. If you don't know, Zclassic went from about $2 to $200 on the announcement from their developer that they're going to do a Bitcoin hard fork. It's going to be called Bitcoin Private. So it's going to be the first private Bitcoin fork. Technically Zcash was, but this one's going to have the Bitcoin branding. There is no official release date on that yet. If you do already own it, you have a couple options. Your first option can be to continue to hold on, hope that the fork occurs like it's supposed to, and you're going to get one Bitcoin Private for every Bitcoin you hold, and you're also going to get one Bitcoin Private for every Zclassic that you hold. So that's kind of the reason that it's gone up. People's estimates are saying that it could be anywhere from $200 to $400 per Bitcoin Private, but there's no real futures market out there to know if that's worthwhile or not. The other option is if you already own it, that you can ride this wave up, and hopefully after they announce a date, and you can find an exit timing at the top to cash in on your Zclassic if you don't believe in the Bitcoin Private fork or if you're not sure that it's going to actually occur. I think since the developer actually came out and said the entire Zclassic development team is going to move over to Bitcoin Private, kind of leaving Zclassic as a shell of itself. He was actually trying to find a developer in the community to take over. I think that a lot of people, as soon as they get their Bitcoin Private, are going to dump their Zclassic and move into other core positions or adding to Bitcoin Private positions as well. So at this price point, without further information or maybe knowing exactly what date it is or if they're going to go through with this Bitcoin Private, I'm not really looking to add here at this position. If you already hold it, you just got to make the decision whether you're trying to get the Bitcoin Private or just trying to take this $200 and run, or whenever they give a date, whatever that might raise up to. So I think that's the first thing we wanted to go over. I don't know, Todd, if you want to take a look at the ZCL chart and see if you see any resistance going on there, but
yeah, I'm definitely. Let me make a note of that one.
Might be hard to come up with some TA on that since it was just kind of a crazy event. So
yeah, and I've never had much. I got PCG clients that brought it into me.
Yeah, so I pulled it up on the Reddit forum here. So essentially what they're doing is just making a Bitcoin Private using Z-Snarks. These are using other privacy currencies as well. The lead developer is our contribution team is huge, truly community-driven project, and we're all investing in making this fork happen. BTCP is the future. But like I said, they're not giving a date yet. They don't have a lot of details. So as of now, everything's still kind of up in the air, and really this is just a hype cycle on ZCL. So me currently, I'm not adding to positions, but if you have it, congratulations on mining that or getting on it at $2. That was a great pickup. I think Todd just turned the light on for us. Yeah, somebody's saying they're still working on their wallet. There's issues and hope to even get it done soon.
Tip Redcoin, we're going to talk about that, I believe.
Yeah, so on my Twitter here, a guy named, well, actually Nate right there, tipped me with Redcoin a couple times. I think I retweeted it here. So you can check out my Twitter if you want to see what it's all about. But they have like a Tip Redcoin bot that's like integrated into Twitter, and you can actually send people Redcoin, and it generates a wallet address for you that you can withdraw to or deposit to and from exchanges or from your Redcoin staking exchange. So I think that's really interesting, and I'm seeing it pop up more and more throughout Twitter and other social media platforms. So I think that is something to keep an eye on. I know that was part of a McAfee pump, a week ago or so, and after McAfee pumps things, it's hard to get back on board. But I think they got a good project there, and they're starting off by integrating these bots into Twitter, which I think is a big deal. So might be one to try to find an entry point on. Do you have a chart up for that one, Todd, that you want to look at?
I will. Let me start at the top here and go through some of these first,
okay,
if you don't mind.
I'll throw it over to you.
We've got some selling coming in across the board, looks like. Let's go over, we got the 15-minute Bitcoin. As you can see here, the last hour and a half has gotten a little bit nasty. We're down at 13,100. Boy, I thought when we was at 14.5 there, maybe we could put on Dash. Ethereum Classic back below 37. That's pretty big correction off the highs. So I still thought we were, messing around in a triangle formation. So we might go down and tag this 12.5, 12.3 or something and scare everybody. I don't think it's the start of a massive sell-off though. So Bitcoin Cash, we're going to run down through some of these. Really same type of chart. Had a nice run to 28.75 or so there and cleared back to 23.14. So not impressive. Dash below 900. Kind of leading us lower. Ethereum Classic, we did start nibbling on some of that for PCG. We were a buyer down here, really is right around this level. And nice when it was 47, but we're clear back to 37. So, hold on, I got too many things coming in on my phone. So, I thought that was a somewhat a sign of strength here. And I'd still like if it could hold in right in through here, it'd be nice. The chart would look better if it would, but I think that's one that you want to own here on this selling. Ethereum did the 1400 twice. I'm guessing we're doing some type of triangle pattern up here. It could be a flat. We could fall down to this 1082 again. I think that would be worst case here. So as everybody knows, I've not really been trading much. I think I don't know, I'm love to trade. I'm more of a trader than buy and hold. But as I said, I thought before, I've been saying it for weeks, I thought we would be sideways here in some type of triangle. That's what we've been doing, but triangles can be hard to trade. And I don't want to miss a run to the upside. The run could have started this morning, and it didn't, so now we're pulling back again. But even like Neo's ran here, and if you try to trade that, you probably got left behind. Or you might get it back here in a minute, but I think it's tough to trade these. Litecoin 223. Same type of chart. All these things have sideways triangles that they're breaking a little bit down to the downside, except Neo. Neo's been the hog, so that one probably, I don't know whether you got to say 145 support if we break down here, but that one's been extremely strong. Let's do
somebody also wants to look at Icon ICX if you get a chance, or if you have that on your charts.
Yeah, I got that over at Coinigy. OMG, this is a level where you could have had a jump and a pullback, so I think interesting level on OMG. Ripple breaking down, not cool on the Ripple. I know this morning they said their lawsuits gaining traction. What's like 12 billion or something? I'm guessing that's what's pressurized this thing in the last week or so. That is not good action at all. And then let's, I'm going to go ahead and go over a few of these alts that I know everybody's been talking about. Hold on. So, ADA did spike that low at 4, ran to 7. I mean, I think this is still a strong coin that you nibble here, maybe nibble on some weakness. If you want a little more of these, a little higher risky coin, I believe, but we all know it had a pretty big run. And what was it, on the 4th? I think I tweeted that be careful chasing the alts. Looking back, that was almost a perfect tweet to not be chasing the alts. ADA and Tron and all of those, all the strong ones, Verge.
What's going on, Tommy boy?
XLM, all of them. So, you know, they're all not doing very well here. So we're getting beat up. And then we had XLM, USD. We had the McAfee pump this morning. It took it to 73 almost. Now we just touched 54. So I guess maybe we could shut him up. Or now I guess anything he.
Yeah, McAfee's out there ruining the coins.
All right, anything he pumps is a sell a second later. It's not even a buy for a second. Because you couldn't have caught that rally hardly at all. And then we've got, we got Verge, XVG. Dang. That's a 15-minute. Let's go back to the hourly. Not cool on that. A lot of people stuck that from higher levels. I mean, hopefully we could kind of hopefully put a shakeout in here or a spring. I mean, we're doing that now, so it'd be an ideal place for these coins to find support. ZRX is one that we been on. Gary the blind squirrel was on that one. Shout out, Gary. And that's a good pattern there. I mean, we just had a flat correction from 150 to 250. So I would have to think that one's a decent one to pick up down here as well. And then what else? Tron I didn't have. I know a lot of people did grab it. That chart somewhere down here I would think has got to be into value. I mean, probably it is this. I mean, we spiked this morning and had a decent rally, but I would guess this 500 level probably is a time to go in. So everybody knows I just don't chase rallies like this one or ADA and some of those. You will miss. I have missed big rallies, but you got to have your risk reward, I think, kind of in check. I mean, Wyckoff says 3-to-1 reward to risk. It's pretty hard to buy some of these coins with that in mind. That's why I somewhat had to step away. Here's the ZCL. I mean, that coin, that pattern's still extremely good. So all this selling going on, and Zclassic's just higher highs, higher lows, and higher and lower highs going into a triangle, really. So probably on that one doing a little pork blaster up here at the top. So that one might be all right. Here's that E-boost coming down here, down to 79 now. So there's some selling coming in on quite a few of these coins. And then let's slide over. Make sure my screen's safe. Hold on one second. Let's do that ICX.
Yep.
Binance. ICX BTC. I mean, that's one that just keeps chugging higher. A lot of people love that coin and that exchange, so that pattern still looks extremely good. And then, you were talking about, you're going to go over Dragon here in a minute, right?
Yep.
I'm going to wait on that one then.
Cool. I guess I'll take it over.
Yep.
There's as you see in the title, there's a couple KuCoins coins on that exchange that I like, that I think are fairly priced. I think since they're only available on very small markets, including KuCoin, which is now getting popularity, I think there's an opportunity here. The first one I've been looking at is Dragonchain. Essentially, Dragonchain originated in 2014 and was part of the Walt Disney Company's open source project. It became open source in 2016 and is now run by Dragonchain Foundation. It recently was added to KuCoin Exchange, I think back and made available for sale in December or October. Their goal is to build, to work it into commercial business that helps other companies start quickly and easily using blockchain technology. Dragonchain's ecosystem includes currently three pillars. They have a blockchain protocol, a commercial marketplace, and an incubator to launch new projects where you can do dApps similar to Ethereum or EOS or Ubiq or any of these other ones. It also enables smart contract development using many popular programming languages. So with Ethereum, it's kind of hard to work on because you have to use their programming language. But I think for this one, they're trying to integrate a lot of different languages, so it's easier for developers to come on and build their dApps directly onto the platform. And the one unique feature about Dragonchain right now is all of its smart contracts have access to Amazon Web Services. So really anybody that is affiliated with Walt Disney and Amazon, I know they're trying to work in with Google. They do have a couple companies that are already using it. I think one is LifeID, which is an identity security company. And then also they have an art company, I think Look Lateral, that is using their protocol as well right now. So they got a couple companies on there. They got some big name businesses that are in the background with integrations. Here's their website here. So it kind of just talks about the three pillars that we have going on over here with the platform, where they can build scalable services, the incubator, and the marketplace. The reason I like this, first of all, it's on KuCoin, which is just now becoming a popular exchange. It has a very similar setup to Binance. So they have their own KuCoin exchange token. With that exchange token, for every KuCoin you hold, you actually receive a percentage of the fees that KuCoin receives for trading for that day. So it's almost like staking your KuCoin on the exchange. While on Binance with the BNB coin, you actually just get a 50% fee reduction if you use the Binance tokens to pay for it. So I think that's another reason that a lot of people are going over the KuCoin. They're giving out a lot of rewards and referral credits and everything like that. I'm looking at Dragonchain. I'm looking to add some positions here with this recent dip that we're seeing. I'm sure if Todd has the chart over there, he'll take a look at it. I think these protocol platforms are going to be big this year. We're already seeing a run up on EOS and some of these other ones. Ethereum is through the roof. We've already talked about Ubiq a little bit in the last show. So I think anything that has a protocol that it can integrate companies directly to it is going to have an actual revenue stream and have an actual value proposition for their token. You have to actually use the Dragons, which is their coin, in order to access these three pillars that they're talking about. So that gives it the value proposition of the coin right there. Todd, do you have this TA available?
Yeah,
or
sure do.
I'll flip it on over to you.
It's pretty simple. It's had a nice stair step up. I mean, we got a nice stair step up, and the sell-off here has given us a little bit of a pullback. So I would have to say you've got support here at the 20,000, and strong coins probably won't come back to support. So
yeah, somebody was saying they got a new CEO. I saw that on their Twitter page. I think I might have even retweeted that if you guys follow me. So sometimes I send out a lot of good information over on Twitter. Might be precursor to the show or post show. Just when I see something that interests me, I kind of pass it on to my followers so they can generate their own ideas and their own opinions on different coins and do their own research.
So in a KuCoin, I mean, the Dragon might want to nibble here. I mean, support's a little bit lower. I'm sure Bitcoin keeps pulling down a lot of these coins. That one might come down a little bit more, so you might want to start to nibble maybe a third of a position or something. I mean, we still got, I've been saying, guys, I mean, Bitcoin's probably in a fourth wave, some type of triangle here. So might make a low as we're talking.
And Anthony over there is
might
really
shake out 12,000.
Really giving you a really in-depth analysis on what the value proposition of that coin is. And once they start getting ICOs on this platform, kind of like we're starting to see with Neo, where you're having a couple ICOs switch over there, and I think we had GeoCoin move over to Ubiq. Those prices are inflating on those protocols and on those tokens. So he's saying the more you hold, then you get the cheaper prices for pre-ICOs, just kind of like how you give up your Ethereum to get into some of their ERC20 tokens right now. So I would recommend coming over to the website and watching some of their videos and learning a lot about it.
Tony knows what he's doing too over there.
Tony's
got
all
some good
over
advice, so. Tony's not no pump and dump, not talking his positions.
Yep. We also do have a KuCoin referral link in the description, I believe, if you're not already a member over there. You sign up through that, and it's pretty much instant verification through your email. After you're on, I would recommend maybe getting some Dragonchain or some of these other ones we're about to talk about, but definitely get some of the KuCoin tokens since you can stake them. And then once you're in there, if you go to the Explore tab at the top, it has a flame on it. You can actually generate your own referral link to send out to your friends, your family, your followers, so you can earn a little fee reward for getting them signed up on the exchange as well.
Somebody just asked about waves. Are there typically? I'm sure JC, you're asking about triangle formation. So here's a triangle probably that we're doing. I mean, you have an A down, you have a B up, you have a C, then you need a DE. This doesn't look like a DE here, really. I mean, it looked more like we could have a run to 15,000. That would be a much more appropriate D, and another pullback to 13.8 or something for an 8.
Moscow Mule, if you go back and watch this video at the end, we started off talking about the Zclassic forking into Bitcoin Private. I gave a couple of options there if you already own it, and then Todd went over the TA. So if you don't already own it, he's saying it's looking like it might be going into a triangle pattern, looking ready to go for a pork blaster.
What
So
up, Kobe?
if you feel comfortable with it, you can find an entry point somewhere around here.
You know, then Bitcoin, I mean, this could be a B-wave triangle, which means we're going to get a really good scare down to 10,000, which I hate to throw out there because I know no one's going to like that ride, including myself. But, you know, I still think we're going higher. There's still people need to come to these markets. I mean, Matt and I have talked about that forever. That's, I don't think, changing. You know, not everybody's here. There's a lot more to come. There's a lot more institutional to come. I don't think you want to get stopped out, shook out of some positions. You know, sell off from here is definitely going to be painful. But I think you got to try to stand your ground here. So,
Did you want to talk a little bit about Ethereum Classic and how you sent out a tweet about that and how we're still feeling on that, how that chart's looking?
I mean, that chart is still, you know, this is definitely, that could have been a sign of strength. I mean, it looks like an up thrust as well with the weakness right here, but I think Ethereum goes higher. I think Nick and I are both that coin is going to work higher. I don't think it hurt to probably nibble here and continue to nibble and then probably chase strength if we get it out of here. So, again, I don't think you know, as I've been saying, I've been trading not very much because I don't want to buy the fake breakout. I don't want to have coins get away from me. So I've been sitting on my hands. And I guess I would say, you know, I've caught a little bit of heat on a few things about not trading. But you got to understand, if you're a PCG client, let's just say you got 100,000. I mean, don't you think if I wanted to trade, I would take 4 minutes and put a trade in? Just so you wouldn't be unhappy with me that I'm not trading? I mean, I'm not trading because I don't want to trade. And I will trade when I have something that I really, really like. So, but I guess I feel like when I don't have something I really like, you know, I'm just kind of betting red or black, and I don't really do that with clients' assets. So I've been sitting on my hands. I've done a few trades here and there. I've massaged a few portfolios a little bit. I will chase stuff if we start moving, but yeah, I've been in a holding pattern, and you know, I've had a little bit. I've lost probably 2 clients because of lack of trading. But I'll just have to deal with that because I'm not going to throw trades in just so PCG clients see trades. That makes no sense to me.
I'm going to steal the screen from you and just show why I kind of like ETC a little bit over here.
Yep.
First of all, ETC does have like 3 or 4 development teams currently on them. All of them kind of have their own vision for ETC, but they're all working cooperatively for the end game product. This is the IOHK, which was developed. The main founder of IOHK was Charles Hoskinson, which is a lead developer on Cardano. We all know how everybody feels about Cardano. Everybody seems to be loving that coin, and it's really had a good rally. Well, if we go to their main website here and we go to projects, one of their main projects, their only other coin project is actually Ethereum Classic. I retweeted an interview with Charles Hoskinson a little while back. He was talking about how they spent 18 full months rewriting the Ethereum Classic codebase, fixing some of the bugs that he in his opinion, were in the Ethereum blockchain, the existing Ethereum blockchain. So I think with anything that Charles Hoskinson touches, I'm really interested in. He's doing a really good job on Cardano. I know they don't have a project yet, but their white paper is really put together. He really is able to articulate his thoughts and his opinions in an understandable manner in all the interviews and all the conventions he goes to. And Ethereum Classic, they're trying to integrate Ethereum Classic with Cardano using side blockchains, so those two coins, those two protocols can interact with each other and bring a seamless ecosystem for businesses to get onboarded, from dApps to get onboarded, and all that is going on here. So, I mean, if you really want to dig deeper on Ethereum Classic and why we've been talking about it since it's been $15, $20, and now Todd has made a couple calls, added to a couple PCG clients, I would just come over to here and kind of see their opinion on what they're building on it. I know that ETHDev also has put out a roadmap for it on Twitter. They're talking about wanting to do Internet of Things and really starting to get dApps integrated onto the platform. So that's my opinion on that. I'm still long on ETC. Todd was just talking about how it looks like it is consolidating, looking towards the upside, but I'm long on ETC. It's a mineable coin as well. If you got any of you guys mine, you can always do that as well.
And someone said we didn't attach our chat to our YouTube channel, so I guess that's something I made a note. We need to do that, I guess. A few talks about ETFs. I mean, those things are coming. That's going to add. That's not going to be like the futures. I think the futures probably end up bringing a two-sided market, which is what we've had since futures dropped. I think ETFs brings in. The ETFs going to bring in push to the upside. So. Dubai review, what's going on?
Somebody's asking if you can trade on Binance yet.
No, but the notes was, I don't know if it was the 19th or something. I mean,
somebody's asking why, if KuCoin is exploding with new users, why is their coin falling? Well, if you look at their chart, that thing went from a couple dollars up to like $22, $25. So I think people are taking some profits up there. I mean, it is nice to be able to stake the coin and you get a percentage of the fees that the platform is running throughout the day, so it is nice to stake it. But when you're an early adopter of KuCoin and got in on a coin for $2 and 2 weeks later it goes up to $25, I think I would be taking some profits up there as well.
I see a few comments about group trading Coinergy. Not yet. Supposed to be coming. I mean, I think they're launching a new software release here, and I'm guessing all that's going to be on it, so I'm hoping next 4 or 5 days. And comments on Matt and I. I mean, Matt and I just really decided to go two different, minor directions. That's all. And we talked today, so no big deal. I mean, just as you grow, you everyone has an idea where they want to go and what they want to do. And I'm pretty well stuck here on, really keeping the channel really business, pushing the course, pushing the software, and managing assets. So I think, the social learner, we dropped that on the website. I mean, I'm trying to work my way through that. I got Mike for here once again helping me. Sweeney's in here. He's still doing a lot of graphics for us. We've got, if you saw it in the opening, we got a 50-inch TV over here that we're putting behind Nick. And we got a few things probably we're going to work with that. We got a little bit of comedy coming, so we're just going to, try to give a ton of advice. We're going to have, and Nick and I will be jumping in on some coins. He'll give some thoughts fundamentally, and I'll go over the technicals. And then we'll keep talking about it. I mean, the software, the software is just, we're having issues with. One thing, we drop Social Learner on the website, it screws up the software. So we add this to the website, it changes the software. So now we're just working through little minor details. So, but I want to be able to go to the learncrypto.io and be able to, we're going to have fundamental research in there. We're going to have the software, the course. I want to be able to respond to students, that if I dropped some good information in there like an hour ago, but now everybody will be able to see it. I think I might go in and break it down to lessons. So if somebody has questions on the lesson, I do have to add lessons on OP, Force, and Tech. I got a video I'm going to drop in there. So, we're going to have some issues still here. I mean, but we're trying to get it organized.
Tommy Boy's up here talking about Neo. I believe in Neo. I've been a long time holder in Neo and staking it for gas. He's talking about a Ubit trading it. There's 250. So actually on CoinMarketCap, they actually had to take out the Korean exchanges when they aggregate their average for their data. The reason being, in order to be on a Korean exchange, you have to actually get verified as a Korean citizen, which kind of makes their own separate exchange ecosystem, so kind of pulls them out. So their liquidity availability on those exchanges is much lower than it's going to be with all these other exchanges that have people from all over the world involved. They have less users, obviously, if you have to be a Korean citizen. So I think that's why the prices run up so much. Their liquidity issues are low, and in an area where cryptocurrency is the hot rage, everybody's on it. They're very technologically advanced and trying to accept new technology. I think that's why you see price run-ups, and I think that's why CoinMarketCap does not include that in its average prices. I think you can see NEO at 250, but that's going to be a long-term thing. I don't know about that being short-term on the average exchange.
Can we wrench Mike for here? Roll up a little bit. I just saw his name.
I think I got him.
Did you get him?
I think I got him.
Yeah, Mike's been doing his thing for us, troubleshooting a lot of headaches I'm having. So shout out to Mike.
This guy's talking Wall Street bonus checks have been given out. Do you think much of this will end up in crypto? I've been watching a couple people's opinions and thesis on it. I know there's a couple articles that came out, and Coin Mastery, Carter Thomas, I don't know if any of you guys watching him on YouTube. He gives very good macro perspectives on the market. He thinks that in the next week those bonus checks do come out, and a lot of these financial institutions and banks do not allow their employees to trade cryptos with their money there, but if they get a bonus check, that's going to become their own money, so they could very well add it into the market. I don't really have a formal opinion on that. That's a great possibility. But also I think that institutional money is coming. I think hedge funds are starting to pop up. I think ETFs are going to be coming. So I think all that money is coming regardless, whether it's personal money or not.
Let me check my notes. I think we make sure we cover stuff. A lot going on here, so my mind's kind of scattered.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of things, guys. The past couple of days, just trying to get this up and running, and then keeping PCG clients going and doing research and doing all that. So it's been pretty busy.
Never ends.
I wanted to show just kind of this article. I don't know if it really pertains to a lot of people in this chat right now, but CoinDesk wrote an article about no, you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. I still think a lot of new people that are trying to get into this don't understand that you don't have to put up 14,000 or 13,000 to buy an entire Bitcoin, that it can be broken down to like 8 decimal places. I think that's what's really creating the unit bias in this ecosystem. While a lot of these cheap and small coins are blowing up, as a lot of these new people get in, they can buy 100 of them for $1 each. They can put 100 in, and it makes them feel good about, oh, I got 100 coins. If this thing goes up 100x, I can make this much X amount of money. And maybe they just don't really realize, or they just don't want 0.001 of a Bitcoin for $100. So I thought this was just basic for beginners, but something interesting to keep in mind with the unit bias that's going on right now in the ecosystem. So I just want to kind of point that out for you guys too.
I don't think we got a disclaimer, the short disclaimer I needed either, so we're just going to...
And none of this is financial advice, all opinions, just here trying to have a good time, do your own research, and make your own investments.
Use some stops where appropriate. Do some research yourself, please. Bring me back the screen for a second. Nelson asked about AION. A good chart. I probably would nibble on that right here with this weakness that we're seeing. I think some coins you really like, you probably could nibble a little bit here. We could see lower prices, so don't get overweighted. Wyckoff Trader want to know if we would do a futures channel. And Nate Youngman says buy the course. Futures channel is tougher. I've said it before. If I talk about futures right now, I've got to have disclaimers on the video. I got to have disclaimers as I'm talking. So I'm probably not going to do much on the futures markets.
Somebody's asking if you have consolidated volume, or are you combining the volume for your software, I assume.
For the USDT pairs, it's coming from bar charts. I think it was 39 exchanges currently is what they have. If it's the BTC pair, there's only going to be 2 exchanges currently, and they're adding more to that. So, I'm going to be excited about the USD pairs. I mean, that was just the way, that's how bar charts started. Bar charts kind of new to the game here. So new to the game on cryptos, I mean, they're a premier stock provider of quotes. So I think you'll see more from them, but they're giving me what I can. They're letting me give them coins that I need added to be watched. So yeah, everything's a work in progress. We're trying to be first adopters out here and do what we can. Wrench Steve the Bull, please, and Reinort. What's up, Steve? And you know, this triangle and Bitcoin, I mean, we still could have a quick rush down here to this 12,000 to scare everybody. Before we have, you know, these markets have a tendency to scare you out before they make a move. So you can call that a spring here coming. We could have a shakeout. I mean, I don't think we're seeing distribution. I think we're seeing accumulation. And but that doesn't mean you don't get a scare. So.
And Seb Fox is talking about Ion and ICX and WanChain, however you want to talk about it. All three of those, I think, are pretty good. They're all partnershiping up together, so they're all going to be kind of integrated together, working with each other. We've all seen how Ion and ICX have done so far. I'm pretty excited for WanChain to announce whether they're going to be on Binance, on Bittrex, and what date that's going to be. They haven't done that as of yet. I'm looking for an entry point. I was talking to somebody on Twitter earlier, and you know, there is usually that ICO or post-ICO or post-IPO dump where it has a huge run with FOMO and then consolidates back to a reasonable price. And I'm hoping for it to consolidate so I can start gathering some positions there and start loading up on WanChain. I like it as a long-term project. I like all those, honestly.
And Seb, we've said it before. Seb knows what he's doing, so.
The Dubai review is what are your thoughts on the current dip? And I think earlier asking about whether you should have strong hands or looking to sell. I think this is just normal consolidation, normal profit taking. There's no real major FUD going on. I think a lot of big money's coming. I'm doing strong hands, and maybe you can do some swing trades that actually add to your bags, but that's about it. I'm not letting anything going right now. I'm not going to FUD on this one.
That reminds me, we didn't have triple my bag added to the intro. I got to talk to Ryan about that. And we're still waiting on Boozy to give us the
shout out to Ryan Acella. He put together a lot of the intro stuff for us. He's kind of going to be the tech guy. If we ever have problems, come over to Todd's place and do a couple things here and there. So shout out to him if he's watching right now.
Any more minor coins here, guys, before we call it? I've had a long day. I'm hungry. And I'm tired. And I know there's a lot more work to do. So let's go back. And Gary's not in here. This might be a little too late for Gary. He might be sleeping.
Everybody's asking about XLM. Fundamentally, I like XLM for the long term. I kind of explained that on the 11th. If you got in on the 11th, you're in the low 40s. We immediately ran up to the 70s. Kind of consolidated down, and then the McAfee pump came, unfortunately. But I still like it long term. I think it has a lot of good use cases, has good partnerships, and you actually have to use the lumens, which is the coin, on Stellar, which is the platform, which gives it the value proposition that I like to see, which I'm not really seeing with XRP and the Ripple platform.
And that's the XLM chart in front of you. So a little ABC off the run, off the lows. So that one maybe nibbling here would make sense with this current sell-off we have. So.
And a bunch of people are asking about Ubic as well.
It's going to be a lot easier when I get the software. I got so many. For some reason my trading view doesn't. Hold on. UBQ USD down 6%. It's still a pretty good chart pattern. I mean, we've had support down here at the 443 various times, which was kind of previous resistance. So not a bad place probably to pick up a little there. Don't think you want to blow your whole wad, but I think you can start to nibble on coins that you've been wanting to have or maybe have and want to increase your positions on. So, and Neo 180 is just.
Shout out to CP Stokes 1972 for just subscribing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, guys. We really appreciate it.
What's up, Colin? Blake. Crypto Dan. What's going on, Crypto Dan? You've been missing.
I think we looked at OMG earlier. If you go back and watch, unless Todd wants to look at that one real quick for you.
Yep. I mean, we got the red line here, really where the trade is at right now, 2150. That was resistance. It's kind of now support. I have to think that coin still looks pretty good here. So I'm still okay with that. Bitcoin 13,280, so we shall see.
If I miss the wrenches this time around, I'm sure I'll get you in the next chat.
Right.
Chat's
Too many
moving real
wrenches.
fast. It's hard to be doing that and trying to keep concentration on what I'm talking about and doing all that thing.
No doubt. Try to keep some concentration. This is my
Trying to
first show
focus.
I was kind of nervous about. So
Making
Too
sure
much.
everything's... Shout out to Alan Hall for subscribing. Appreciate it.
I mean, Matt held us down with a lot of stuff too. So we, again, I sent anybody that has bought the course would have got an email from me wanting to be their friend. I'm doing that just to, I could invite you into PCG if you got a PCG account. If you have a PCG and want in the group, I'm going to have you log in as a member, or Carrie will do it for you. So again, we're just trying to add more stuff, and I'm trying to get.
Yeah, I think that adds a lot of value to that course as well. So if you
Yeah,
sign
I
up for
mean-
the course, then you're going to be part of a private group that both of us can go in and kind of give our opinions on things. You guys can talk about the course or some of your opinions. Kind of just keeps everything in one place and adds more value to that course.
And then I think, I want to do it before the software launches, because I think with the software then, as everybody knows, and again, I've been accused, I guess, of being, trying to monetize everything or whatever, but I've sold a course I've said it before, I think it's a $700 value. We're priced it at $299 now. I think the course will help everybody. I think most people it has helped. I think the software is a game changer. I'm sure it's going to help people. So I think if you sat there and got the course, we got the software, we got YouTube, we got Nick throwing a little bit of help at us. I mean, I think we're going to be helping people out.
Hopefully we can get Tony over there. He knows his stuff a lot too. He's on top of his game over there.
Yeah, just like Seb, Tony, there's some people, I've talked to them enough. I know if they like something, I probably at least need to be looking at it, paying attention. So I didn't understand, guys. I'm not trying to sell courses and software and stuff, which we are selling, and appreciate the people buying it, but I'm trying to figure out how to make more money for PCG clients. That's how I really get paid. So if we all make more money, that's the ultimate end game. So the software I'm going to continue to spend money on. If anybody's got, anybody throws me an idea that they think would help them, if I think it'll help everybody, I'll probably be spending the money just to add it. What's up, Tom? Make sure Tom gets wrenched. I think, I'm trying to build something here with Nick that we can just continue to take some money out of these markets. So, because these markets are going to get hard. These markets are going to get violently sideways. These markets are going to have continued big corrections. So it's not going to be an easy game. I mean, it's been a little bit easier the last few months. And the last few weeks has been a little bit harder. So
Yeah, Digital Mining Solutions is over there talking about his GPU order got canceled. Yeah, more and more people are hopping on some of these GPU mineable coins. I don't know if you guys follow Bitsby Trippin', but he went to the CES conference in Vegas this past week. And he was saying that all NVIDIA, AMD, and all them, MSI, were all saying that they're having shortages on their supplies, and they don't know if they're going to be able to catch up with demand until they come out with their new, I think they're coming out with a Vega. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Hey, Wiley Murphy, would you please email me? See, my email is not on here, is it? We might need to add that. tbutterfield@wyckoffsmi.com. Yeah, you should have got an email if you're a course student. So I'll try to get that to you. Because I went through, I think it's 872 people, so I thought I caught everybody. There might be an email, problem with the course. Maybe you didn't get emails in the beginning. So usually I have my email on
I got you,
the
Heather.
screen here. So we'll try to remember to add that. What's up, Ben? Heather, thy name? Heather's got to have a wrench.
I got it. Yeah, I mean, with everything going red today, guys, I think you got to have strong hands. I think some of the core positions that we always preach about are less affected. Obviously, Litecoin still at 226. You're only negative 3% on Bitcoin. Ethereum's down 8%, but off, it had a crazy run up to 1,400. While if you're on some of these smaller coins like Tron, you've gone from 25 to 7. Even coins that I do like CND, has had a big drop off as well.
eBoost.
eBoost is another one that we're going to talk about in the future that I really like as well. So I think, when markets get red and you guys are asking whether we should have strong hands or not, that shows me there's a little fear in the markets. And the first coins that they're going to sell are these smaller cap coins that they don't really have a lot of vengeance on, that didn't do a lot of research. They just saw big hype and FOMO.
And they're
either going to go to USD Tether or they're going to bring it back to a core position. So I think you just got to remain to have strong hands.
Right. There's no disclaimer. We talked about that. I think it's something that just slid by us. We had one in the intro, but I need one during the show.
Yeah, we don't have a disclaimer. That's the first thing we got to put together.
Hopefully Matt won't be mad at me for using Rosie on Fire.
Yeah, people are asking about that.
Yeah. He quit using it. That's the only reason I grabbed it. I like that. I think a lot of people liked it. I think he slid away from that, so that's why I kind of grabbed it. Plus, it's just a good song.
At Digital Hedge, once he found out how easy it was to create your own ICO, it changed the game in his mind. Watch out, people. I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, there's currently right now 1,442 cryptocurrencies.
Whoa.
And I can probably say that a good majority of them are vaporware or don't have even active development. I mean, Dogecoin has ran up, and the developer came out and said, you know, they haven't really had commits in 2 years, and that even he thinks it's a little overpriced for what it is. It's more of like a community meme coin than anything. That thing's gone through the roof. So you got to be careful out there and really do your own research and look into some of these projects and make sure that they're having commits on GitHub for their Coinbase and keeping up with their roadmaps. Got anything else we want to look over tonight, guys, or Todd?
I'm just gonna read a few comments here since we've been away from the thing here for about a week.
And see what's going on with
anything
people.
they need to say to me. Anybody got
Don't
anything?
Underestimate the Doge meme. Hey, I like
What's
it.
up,
I just
country
think
girl?
that run-up's a little crazy for something that doesn't have any active development really going on it. So,
What up, Welter? Ted? Well, 7:21. We're about 50 minutes in. Cool.
yep. Do you want to look at some of these coins that people are throwing out there? Nebuleo and ECC. See if you got Nebuleo over there. Noobs came in looking for the cheapest coins, not fully understanding market cap. Yeah, they don't really understand the market cap with circulating supply. And also you got to look at the total market supply and how they're going to distribute those coins. If the developers all own them all and there's no holdback provision, then they can just drop all that whenever they want. You also got to see if they're doing airdrops or what's going on, or how much is going to be mined throughout the course of the year. Those are all things you got to keep in mind. And I think a lot of new people don't realize that. They're just going back to that unit bias where they're like, oh, this is $1, I'll buy this, I can buy 100 of them. Not really understanding fully what goes behind it and how many coins are in the circulating supply.
I'll second that, Tommy. I got a headache too. While looking at charts all day.
See what Todd's got going on over here.
Yeah, I've got Neb up here. I mean, that's kind of what Tron and ADA, a lot of these coins, I mean, they had the big run and now pretty big pullback. Got some pretty big pullback on that one. 46 down to 14. So again, guys, those are coins you like. You better nibble some here. So
yeah, I see this as a buying opportunity on coins that you've really done a lot of research on and you really believe in. It's giving you a little bit of opportunity to start nibbling, and hopefully things start going back up. I mean, we're still sitting at $655 billion, guys. I mean, 6 months ago we were sitting at $60 billion, and we were trying to shoot for 100. You know, we're already over 6x what a lot of people were hoping to achieve. So I think there's been a lot of upside. I think there's going to be a lot more upside. But in any market, there's going to be consolidation periods, and that's where the real trading begins and starts weaning out some of the people that don't have the strong hands or aren't doing the research on projects and losing a lot of money real quick. I think we already looked at ADA earlier if you want to go back and check it out after the show.
This is ADA, 'cause I just want to check, guys. I mean, ADA, and I got clients that own quite a bit of that, and that's been on mostly their call. So it's been a big run, but you got to realize, if you can see my cursor here at the top, that was when I tweeted, "Don't be chasing alts. Be careful. Bitcoin could firm up here, Litecoin, etc." So again, I'm not a genius. I'm not right all the time. I said before, I'm trying to help you from making major mistakes. So when I tweeted that, I was just, I was getting grief from clients. Why aren't you chasing ADA? Why aren't you chasing a lot of these coins? And I knew right then with my stomach hurting that I had to tweet that everyone is chasing alts to dazzling heights about the time they have a healthy correction. Bitcoin, Litecoin take off again. Don't follow crowds. I mean, Bitcoin and Litecoin hasn't done much, but that was a good time to.
A lot of people are saying they haven't got their student PCG email yet. So I don't know if you want to look into that.
I had to click everybody, so I had to click them 900 times, but it went to the email you signed up for, guys. So if you used a funky email in the beginning, that's where it went. And they all went. I mean, I sent it to everybody. So if you didn't get it, it went maybe to a different email, or maybe there was a mistake on the email, but just hit me up.
Roger, I do like ADA as a project. That's when I was talking about IOHK with Charles Hopkinson. He's a really good developer. I just think that the run-up came so quick before they even actually have a product. So I'm looking for entry points, but I mean, at the top there, people were chasing all the way at the top. Also because it had the unit bias thing where it was really, $1. And I like the project a lot. I just want to see some more product before I start putting a large amount of money in it at these high of market cap. It's already number 5 on the market cap and really doesn't even have a working product yet. So has a lot of good visions, has a really good white paper. It's working with ETC. They got a lot of things going for them, but I like to see more progress before I move forward on that.
Because on the fourth, guys, like Litecoin was 230 probably when I tweeted that, so we're at 230. So not even any strength there. The bothersome thing about that is if then we had Bitcoin was around 15. So I mean, Bitcoin's even fallen $1,900, and still a lot of these coins got slapped. So everybody was just chasing it. I mean, that's just ebb and flow of these markets. But I knew I had a stomachache for some reason, and again, I was getting some grief there. So
Digital Mining Solutions is saying Zen is working with IHK as well. That's something I'd have to look into. I know they're not on their main website yet as far as projects, so that maybe that's a new occurrence, or maybe that's not true. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it.
There's Zen USD. I mean, a decent looking chart. Down here probably at support, maybe a 4150 or so. Could spring these previous areas. So remember, springs and up thrush you want to buy. There's going to be a lot of coins doing some springs here. So
yeah, there's a lot of pump and dump groups out there, guys. I mean, I don't really recommend that. I don't really try to do pumps or shills myself. Try to talk about coins that I believe in, coins that are going to be mid to long-term holds. Because with the pump and dumps, there's people that get out on the top, and then there's people that are in the group that are stuck getting out at the bottom. So that's a risk that I'm not really willing to take with my investment money, and one that I'm not going to push on other people either. So
news item: blogger who boasted about crypto wealth beaten and robbed for $425,000 in Russia. Dang! Don't be bragging about.
Keep your private keys. Don't brag about your cryptos, guys.
Right. I don't see much else here. I mean, Neo. I don't know what you say about that chart. Wow. I mean, just while we was broadcasting, it made a 165. Now it's back to 180. 7-8% gain while we're talking. So chasing pumps will get you wrecked.
Somebody was talking about gas as well. Yeah, gas is the actual gas for the Neo platform. You need that token in order to build upon or develop on Neo. So usually they kind of move hand in hand. Lately, gas has been going up by a higher percentage than Neo, which is kind of interesting, but I mean, not that really big of a deal. So when Neo is going on a run, you can expect gas to go on a run as well. So make sure to get your Neo in a wallet or do whatever you want to do to collect some gas if you want to do that.
To buy, I mean, I'd have to nibble on the dip. I mean, I'm pretty well have most positions. I mean, I would nibble ETC right here. Ethereum here a little lower. I mean, I think just stay. For me, I'm staying with the same names. Bitcoin, Litecoin will come back.
Yeah, Steve the Bull's talking about BTC and LTC killing his portfolio. I mean, you got to keep those core positions. Maybe you want to take a little bit off to move into one of these other projects. But, they've been consolidating, and as soon as you take it out of there is when they're going to go on a run. Litecoin has really been following Bitcoin lately as well. So if Bitcoin starts going, I think Litecoin's going to follow. I don't think it's going to be pushed down at all. So we'll see what happens.
And for me, the other coins, for me, is the ADAs, the XLM, the, ZRX has done pretty well. Just a few of the coins we've been talking about, I think you could nibble on. I don't know enough about Tron that Matt was talking about. I mean, that chart's got to be sold out. So I think you would, if you bought that higher, I think you got to, add some down here. You got to average your losses if you didn't have a stop.
Steve's talking about how you bought him Neo, I guess for PCG at $35. So that's looking good. And see, if you're trying to overtrade that Neo, you're missing out on this run because the past 3 days have been, pretty crazy. Me and Todd were over here, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, looking at it at 145 to see if we should start taking some off the top.
The reason we did that is because everyone's like, why isn't Todd trading more? So we're like, okay, if we were trading, what would we do here, Nick?
Yep.
And
so that's one that we were looking at. And
you're
thankfully
like,
we didn't move any of that.
You're like Neo at 140, 138. I mean, shoot, you surely could trade out of that and get it back. Turn your head for a minute, go eat lunch, and next thing you know, it's 165. I mean, so that's the thing is I don't, for PCG clients, we kind of agreed on most of them that we're going to stay 70% long. So if we get really smashed here, yes, I'm a little extra long now than what I should be. But these coins will make quick moves when you're not looking. So I still think there's ETFs coming. I think there's still money coming. What's up, Vapid? So it's a tough game, guys. We all know that. So hardest game in the world. So we are in for an hour. I'm tired, hungry.
Probably wrap it up tonight and hopefully get back into it.
We're going to wrap it up, try to clean a few mistakes we made or things we need to add. And
don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you make a comment below, maybe a coin you want us to look at and go over a little more. We have a bunch of other coins we can go over. So I guess that's about it, guys.
And then pay attention for Learn Crypto, because like I said, we're trying to do a lot more there and try to make this way better learning experience and all of us make some money.
Yeah, and if you follow us over on Twitter, you can see a lot of our throughout the day comments of what kind of articles we're retweeting, so you can kind of get a grasp for what's going on as well.
And we got probably an outro we're going to have, but we don't have an outro at the minute, so we're just going to close this off. You guys keep talking here on the chat, and we will catch you tomorrow. I'm sure probably straight up 6:30.
Yep, we're going to shoot for 6:30, get more on a consistent schedule.
And one more thing is I've got the same setup now over at my desk. So, my plan is, since Nick's got a full-time professional job that he's going to probably have a hard time pulling away from until his boss buys a little bit more Bitcoin.
Yeah, he keeps asking me about that.
But, from now on, when coins start making moves, I'm going live at my desk by myself. So we've got the same setup over there. We're going to have a short intro. I'll jump in, and I'll be doing it by myself. It'll be way more short, quick. But I just want to be able, when I see something, especially that we're on or we're talking about or whatever, so I'm just going to guess that you're going to see me pop in 15 minutes, hopefully maybe once or twice a day once we get going. So that's the plan. So, all right, guys.
Sounds good. Talk to you later, guys. Peace out.
Appreciate it.